Ever wonder why your outlets die? Your slide out won't move, or your fridge works but the freezer doesn't? RVs are full of quirks that seem broken, but aren't. In this video, we're revealing 15 mysterious RV issues and what they really mean. Whether you're new or seasoned, this is the RV knowledge you need. Let's get rolling. Managing your RV's electrical system is crucial for safety and convenience. Most RVs operate on either 30 amp or 50 amp service, with significant differences in available power. A 30 amp RV provides a maximum of 3,600 watts, which can be quickly consumed by common appliances like air conditioners, 13 to 15 amps, microwaves, 12 amps, and electric water heaters, 10 to 12 amps. By contrast, 50 amp RVs offer up to 12,000 watts through two 50 amp legs at 120 volts each, providing much more flexibility. Even with this additional capacity, thoughtful power management remains important. Some RVs feature energy management systems, EMS, or automatic power transfer switches that monitor usage and prioritize appliances when approaching capacity limits. Without these systems, manual management becomes necessary. For example, running your water heater on propane while using the microwave. Proper electrical management isn't merely convenient. It protects your RV's wiring system, prevents potential fire hazards, and ensures uninterrupted power throughout your journey. Understanding your specific RV's electrical limitations and planning accordingly allows you to enjoy modern conveniences without overloading your system, making your camping experience more comfortable and worry-free. Finding water dripping under your RV can be alarming, but that small pipe is actually your freshwater tank's overflow drain, a critical safety feature, not a malfunction. This overflow pipe prevents dangerous pressure buildup when tanks are filled beyond capacity, protecting your system from potential damage to seals, cracks, or even catastrophic tank rupture. Unlike home plumbing, most RVs lack automatic shutoff systems when filling freshwater tanks. Without careful monitoring, or when using high-pressure water sources, excess water naturally escapes through this dedicated drain pipe typically located near the tank. Since it's separate from your main plumbing system, this dripping doesn't indicate a leak in your water lines. However, persistent dripping when you haven't recently filled the tank could signal a faulty sensor or venting issue worth investigating. Regularly check this overflow line for blockages or damage that might prevent proper function. When filling your tank, listen for changes in water sound or increased resistance in the hose. These are natural indicators that your tank is approaching capacity. Understanding this simple design feature can prevent unnecessary worry and costly service calls for what's actually normal RV operation. Properly leveling your RV isn't just about comfort, it's essential for multiple critical systems to function correctly. Beyond preventing sliding coffee cups, level positioning directly impacts your RV's safety, functionality, and longevity. Your plumbing system relies heavily on gravity for proper operation. When your RV sits at an angle, water can't drain efficiently from sinks and showers, potentially causing damage over time. More critically, unlevel positioning prevents holding tanks from emptying completely during dumps, leaving behind waste that can clog sensors and create persistent odor problems. Complete tank drainage helps maintain accurate sensor readings and prevents maintenance headaches. Even more important is the impact on absorption refrigerators, which are standard in most RVs. These appliances use a gravity-dependent cooling system where heat causes refrigerant to circulate naturally. When parked more than 2 to 3 degrees off level, this circulation can fail, resulting in poor cooling performance, permanent damage to expensive components, and in worst cases, becoming a fire hazard. Additional benefits of proper leveling include improved slide-out function, better door alignment, reduced strain on stabilizing jacks, and of course, more restful sleep. By taking the time to level your RV correctly, you're protecting its systems and extending their operational lifespan. If you've been camping next to other RVs, you might unknowingly be sharing keys with your neighbors. Most RV manufacturers install universal CH751 locks on exterior storage compartments, utility doors, and sometimes outdoor showers as a cost-cutting measure. This isn't a manufacturing defect. It's a deliberate industry practice affecting hundreds of thousands of RVs across brands and models. The security concern is significant. Anyone with a CH751 key can access your storage compartments. These generic keys are readily available online for just a few dollars, making your stored equipment, expensive tools, electrical equipment, and even hidden valuables vulnerable to theft, particularly in busy campgrounds and rest stops. For full-timers or anyone who regularly stores valuable equipment in exterior compartments, upgrading these locks is a simple but essential security improvement. Options include replacing the CH751 lock cylinders with unique cam locks, or installing a key-to-like system that uses one custom key for all your compartments. Many RVers prefer combination locks for keyless convenience. When upgrading, be thorough. Check all compartments since manufacturers sometimes mix lock types. And if your main door uses a generic key pattern, prioritize replacing that lock as well for comprehensive RV security. When you arrive at your campsite and discover your RV has no power despite being plugged in, the culprit is often hiding in plain sight: your battery disconnect switch. This easily overlooked component serves a vital purpose in your RV's electrical system by preventing battery drain during storage periods. Most commonly located in pass-through storage bays, near battery compartments, or on interior wall panels close to entry doors. This switch controls the flow of 12-volt power throughout your RV's systems. When accidentally switched to the off position during loading or cleaning, it completely cuts power to essential functions like interior lights, water pumps, slide-out mechanisms, and sometimes even leveling systems. What confuses many RVers is that even when connected to shore power, 120 volts, numerous critical RV functions still depend on 12-volt battery power to operate. The electricity must flow through your battery system, which is blocked when the disconnect switch is off. The solution is straightforward. Locate the red on-off switch, which may appear as a dial, rocker switch, or pull knob, and return it to the on position. To prevent future confusion, clearly label this switch or add "check battery disconnect" to your arrival checklist. When troubleshooting electrical issues, always verify this switch first before deeper investigation. It's frequently the quick solution to an apparently major problem. Those conspicuous gaps above and below your RV bathroom door aren't manufacturing defects or cost-cutting measures. They're deliberately engineered ventilation features essential to your RV's overall system health. These openings serve multiple critical functions in your compact living space. RVs create unique ventilation challenges as sealed, mobile environments frequently exposed to high humidity and strong odors, particularly in bathroom areas. The gaps facilitate continuous airflow when exhaust fans or HVAC systems are operating. Without these openings, your bathroom would become a sealed chamber where moisture accumulates rapidly during showers, creating perfect conditions for mildew and mold growth on walls, ceilings, and fixtures. These gaps also allow for efficient air exchange when dealing with black tank odors, preventing them from concentrating and eventually permeating your living spaces. Additionally, they ensure even temperature distribution throughout your RV, preventing cold or hot spots that would make some areas uncomfortable. From a safety perspective, these openings provide crucial ventilation pathways during emergencies like propane leaks or carbon monoxide incidents, allowing faster dissipation of potentially dangerous gases. While these gaps may slightly reduce privacy, their contribution to your RV's air quality, moisture control, and safety far outweighs this minor inconvenience. When your RV generator is humming perfectly, but nothing works inside your rig, the solution is often surprisingly simple. Most RV generators feature their own dedicated circuit breaker switch located directly on the generator unit itself, either on the outside housing in a compartment or inside the RV for built-in models. This independent breaker acts as a crucial safety feature, but many RVers don't realize it exists. When this breaker trips due to rough road travel, power surges, or running multiple Hydra appliances simultaneously, your generator will continue running normally, but won't deliver any electricity to your RV's internal systems. The fix typically requires just a few quick steps. Locate your generator unit, whether it's an Onan, Westinghouse, or other brand. Find the small breaker switch that may be partially hidden under a protective cover. Firmly flip it to the off position first, then back to on. Return inside to test your outlets or air conditioner. If power returns, you've solved the mystery without any technical expertise. Should the problem persist, you'll need to check your transfer switch, verify your shore power isn't still connected, or inspect your RV's main breaker panel. Always check this often overlooked generator breaker before calling for expensive technical assistance. That unsettling wobble when moving around your RV can make camping feel more like sailing. This excessive movement, especially noticeable when walking, sleeping, or during windy conditions, has a specific cause and straightforward solution. The primary culprit is typically overextended stabilizer jacks. When these jacks must stretch too far to reach the ground, They function more like wobbly stilts than solid supports. The physics is simple. The greater the extension, the more flex and bounce transfers into your RV's living space. The solution is reducing the extension distance by raising the ground contact point. Leveling blocks or stacking pads designed specifically for RV jacks create a more solid foundation by allowing jacks to operate at shorter extensions. This approach provides three key benefits. Less jack extension means reduced flexibility. The wider base improves overall stability, and the distributed weight prevents jacks from sinking into soft terrain like sand or wet grass. Many RVers, particularly those with travel trailers and fifth wheels, report significant improvement in stability after implementing this simple modification. Various leveling block options are available at RV supply stores and online retailers. When you're connected to campground power but half your outlets remain dead, the most likely culprit is a tripped GFCI outlet. Many RVers don't realize that RV electrical systems are designed with daisy-chained protection. One main GFCI outlet often controls multiple regular outlets throughout your rig, even in completely different areas. These safety outlets, identifiable by their test reset buttons, typically in kitchens and bathrooms, monitor electrical flow and trip when detecting irregularities. When one trips, it cuts power to all connected outlets in its circuit. The solution is straightforward. Locate and press the reset button on all GFCI outlets in your RV, even those in rooms where you're not experiencing problems. If resetting GFCIs doesn't resolve the issue, check your main breaker panel for tripped circuits. For RVs with aftermarket inverter systems, verify your inverter settings are correctly configured. Also confirm the campground's electrical pedestal is delivering proper voltage and amperage. Remember that standard 120-volt outlets only function when connected to shore power or a generator. They don't run off your battery system unless you have a specialized inverter installation. Understanding your RV's specific electrical layout and protection systems helps quickly diagnose and solve these common power mysteries. Portable water softeners, those blue or gray canisters you might spot connected to RV water lines, serve a far more important purpose than basic filtration. While standard filters remove sediment and chlorine, water softeners specifically target hard minerals like calcium and magnesium that are abundant in many campground water supplies, particularly in regions like the Southwest. These minerals pose a significant threat to your RV's entire water system. Hard water creates scale buildup inside water heaters, faucet aerators, shower heads, and appliances ranging from coffee makers to washing machines. This accumulation gradually reduces efficiency, restricts water flow, and can substantially shorten the lifespan of these expensive components. Beyond mechanical damage, hard water also causes persistent aesthetic issues. Stubborn white spots on shower walls and fixtures, cloudy residue on dishes, and even mineral deposits on your RV's exterior after washing. Soft water eliminates these problems while extending appliance lifespans, reducing maintenance costs, and improving overall water quality throughout your rig. Portable RV water softeners are typically designed for easy setup, requiring minimal space and maintenance while providing weeks of soft water between regenerations. For full-timers or seasonal campers in hard water regions, these systems represent one of the most cost-effective investments for long-term protection of your RV's water infrastructure. When your RV's freezer works perfectly while the refrigerator section stays warm, you're experiencing a common issue specific to absorption-style refrigerators used in most RVs. Unlike residential refrigerators with compressors and forced air systems, RV refrigerators operate on a fundamentally different principle. These absorption refrigerators rely on natural convection. Cold air from the freezer naturally falls downward into the refrigerator compartment without any fan assistance. This passive cooling system makes these units ideal for RVs, operating on propane or electricity, but it also makes them susceptible to airflow disruptions. Three primary factors typically cause this temperature imbalance: blocked airflow from overcrowded shelves, or improperly positioned vent baffles, contamination of the burner assembly or flue with soot or debris, or unlevel positioning that interferes with the refrigerant's natural circulation pattern. Absorption refrigerators are particularly sensitive to side-to-side leveling issues. A simple, effective solution many RVers implement is installing a small 12-volt fan inside the refrigerator compartment to actively push cold air down from the freezer. These inexpensive fans significantly improve circulation and temperature consistency. For persistent issues, check for proper ventilation behind the unit or consider installing an external vent fan to improve heat dissipation from the cooling unit. When your propane detector starts beeping in the middle of the night, there's no need for immediate panic. While these essential safety devices are designed to detect propane leaks, They frequently activate for several other reasons unrelated to propane. Many RV propane detectors are sensitive to a range of gases and chemicals beyond propane. They commonly react to methane from holding tanks, various cleaning products, aerosol sprays, including hairspray and bug repellent, and even strong cooking odors. This sensitivity helps protect you but can lead to confusing false alarms. Low house battery voltage is another frequent trigger for propane detector alarms. Since these units connect directly to your 12-volt system, when battery levels drop significantly overnight, the detector may malfunction and sound an alarm, even without gas present. Perhaps most importantly, propane detectors have a limited lifespan of approximately 5 to 7 years. After this period, they become increasingly prone to false alarms, or may fail completely. Always check the manufacturing date on your unit and replace it according to manufacturer recommendations. If your detector activates, open windows to ventilate, check battery levels, and avoid using aerosol products nearby. Persistent or repeated alarms with no identifiable cause typically indicate it's time to replace the unit. While false alarms can be frustrating, never disable this critical safety device. It could save your life when functioning properly. When you enter your RV and discover no power, no lights, no water pump operation, no refrigerator display, checking the battery disconnect switch should be your immediate first step before assuming dead batteries or electrical failure. This often overlooked switch serves an important purpose, preventing battery drain during storage periods by completely cutting off the 12-volt power flow from your batteries to all RV systems. While this feature helps maintain battery charge during inactive periods, it frequently becomes the source of power mysteries for RVers, unfamiliar with its existence or location. The disconnect switch placement varies significantly between RV models. Common locations include near the main entry door, inside the battery compartment, on dedicated control panels, and sometimes hidden inside storage cabinets or closets. Its appearance can vary too, sometimes resembling a standard light switch, a red knob, or a simple toggle. When in the off position, this switch cuts power to all 12-volt systems, which includes most critical RV functions like interior lighting, water pumps, furnace controls, and even refrigerator control boards. This happens regardless of battery charge level, making it easy to misdiagnose as a battery or electrical system failure. For easier troubleshooting, clearly mark your disconnect switch location and include checking it as the first step in any power loss situation. This simple check frequently solves what initially appears to be a complex electrical problem. When your RV furnace runs but produces no heat despite the fan operating, the issue often stems from insufficient battery voltage rather than a propane or furnace component failure. Many RVers find this particularly confusing because the system appears to be functioning normally. RV furnaces use propane as the fuel source, but their operation depends entirely on 12-volt electrical components. The furnace needs adequate battery power for 3 critical functions: running the circulation fan, powering the control board, and most importantly, activating the ignition system. When battery voltage drops below approximately 10.5 volts, the system enters a compromised state where the fan, which requires less power, continues running, while the ignition system, which needs more power, fails to produce a spark. This creates the misleading situation where you hear normal operation, air movement through vents, fan noise, but receive no actual heat. Cold temperatures further compound this problem by naturally reducing battery performance, making this issue particularly common during winter camping trips. To resolve this problem, first check your house battery voltage using your control panel or a multimeter. If it's low, restore power through shore connection, generator, or solar charging systems. For longer-term prevention, consider upgrading to cold weather-capable batteries like AGM or lithium models, which maintain better performance in low temperatures. When your slide-out refuses to move despite pressing the switch, the issue rarely stems from mechanical failure. Most modern RVs incorporate sophisticated safety lockout systems specifically designed to prevent slide operation during potentially unsafe conditions. These lockout systems vary by manufacturer, but commonly include several key safety parameters. Motorhomes typically require the parking brake to be fully engaged before slides will operate. Depending on your specific model, the engine may need to be either running or completely off. Sufficient battery voltage is critical, as slide motors require stable 12-volt power to function properly. For motorized RVs, the transmission must be in park position to ensure vehicle stability during slide movement. Some models also incorporate ignition key position requirements, either inserted or removed depending on design. When any single condition fails to meet requirements, the slide control system intentionally disables operation. Before assuming mechanical problems, verify each safety requirement. Confirm your parking brake is set. Check whether your model requires the engine on or off during operation. Ensure house batteries maintain adequate charge, and inspect slide controller fuses and breakers, typically located in external compartments or behind access panels. For definitive guidance specific to your RV, always consult your owner's manual, as lockout requirements vary significantly between manufacturers and models. These seemingly frustrating safety features actually protect your investment and prevent potentially costly damage. RVs are full of surprises, some frustrating, some just plain weird. Ever had an RV issue that made no sense at all? Share it in the comments. Someone else might be dealing with the same thing. We've got more real-world RV knowledge in the next video, and it's designed to save you time, money, and stress. Hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Until then, stay safe and keep rolling smart.